welcome back to Attingham Park for episode 7, The Origins of Feldcorp. Evening all. It's a little bit sooner than I'd expected to be doing another little sort of vlog thing from over here. And essentially, right now you'll find us up by Crossfields Dairy. We're doing a few contracts out here for a guy by the name of Leo Thompson. Now, he's a new contact that we've made, and as such, we'd just sort of let him know that we're obviously setting up a business here and looking for some equipment and whatnot. And we had a lovely chat with him. Seems like a good bloke. He doesn't have anything himself for sale at the moment, but he said he'd keep an eye out for anything that he might hear about, and he'd let us know. So we just did Field 29 back over there for contract for him, and also fertilising Field 28 as well. And just as we checked in with him a few minutes ago to let him know we'd done with 29, he said we need to check the classifieds, because he'd heard from one of his mates in the area that they were selling a combine of theirs, just a fairly sort of small, cheap, nothing too fancy old combine. It's about 20-year-old, I think he said it was, and essentially, obviously we're going to run into a hedge there, because that's clearly the thing to do when you're fertilising. Obviously we don't actually need a combine specifically at the moment, because it's not harvest season, and we certainly don't have any fields what we need to be harvesting. But he sounded like it was a pretty good deal, so let me just toddle down here quick and let's see. Let's go and so let's check on the old classifieds quick and see what's going on. Now he said, "Oh, hello. That's not a bad deal. That a Class Mega 200 series without a seat camera, but that's okay. That's under 15 grand." That's ridiculously cheap. That is probably not going to stay on the market very long. So, what I am going to do is make a quick call while we are going down here, and we are going to get that. Let's see, what options does it come with? Yeah, I mean, that's like 31 grand off. That's brilliant. We don't need a... Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll finish this field quick, and then we'll give him a call, so we can get that done before we go and crash into another hedge, because that would be really, really awkward. But yeah, I mean, 15 grand for that, I mean, even in its sort of most basic shape, I don't know if he's got any other odds and ends we can get on it for a little bit extra, but, even so, like, 14, 15 grand for a harvester with a 6,000 litre tank, that's not bad. And yeah, like I say, we don't actually need a harvester at the moment, but between this contract, I mean, the money we've already got at the moment would be more than enough to pay for it. But between these contracts we've been doing up here for Leo and a couple others that we still need to turn in and get paid for, we could afford it just with that. So we wouldn't even have to technically spend anything that we've already got. And I mean, that'd set us up really nicely for the harvest season as well. And if we don't pick up a like a used or refurbished header before then, we can certainly buy a new one. Because I mean, that's not the world's most massive of harvesters, so it's not like we'd be getting like a 45-foot draper header or something silly. We're not going to need anything that massive. And plus with the roads around here, just something fairly small, like I don't know, 6-8 metre one, something like that. That's going to be what, like 12 feet? 12, 20 feet? Something along those lines. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be pretty cool. I mean, they're not going to be that expensive. I'm sure there's one that's made for it specifically. Well, there we go, finished that contract as well, that's handy. So, yeah, let's just get off the field here, Where's the entrance? Oh, it's over there, of course, isn't it? Furthest away from where we are. Luckily we got the old care wheels on this, so we are all good. Okay, so I'm back inside for a mo. Yeah, let's get over here and have a proper look at this old harvester that's for sale. Okay, so we got this. Now, we could get a grain tank extension, like a horsepower upgrade. That's going to add another 14 grand onto it, or 27 grand for the big one. But I mean, 6,000 litres, 200 horsepower, that's not bad. Is there anything else? Warning lights. We could get him to plonk a couple more beacons on for us. That's only another 300 quid, that'd be fine. And I think he said it did have trailer hitch on it as well, so we'll get that. So yeah, I mean, that's basically knocked it up by, I mean, we're not going to need any bigger wheels, I don't think, because, you know, trying to get it through all these little tight lanes and stuff. 15 grand for a harvester. I'd be silly not to take that up. That's too good. Let's do it. Lovely. 15 grand, that's all that cost. We're going to have to go pick that up at the store in a minute. But since we've just finished off some contracts, let's turn in all these now. Okay, and that has put us actually a bit more over what we had to start with, so that's not bad, is it? Okay, now let's have another quick look at the rest of the classified, see if there's anything else we need. They've got a JCB fast track there for 38 grand, that's not terrible, and it's only 160 horsepower, and I don't know that it goes up any higher than that yet, it's just a different speed options. That's tempting, but I think really we need something bigger than that. If we're gonna get another tractor, I think we really need to look at something much larger. Well, I say much larger, more sort of the medium tractor line, kind of like this N series Valtra. Because yeah, that starts at 145, and I think options wise goes up to 200. See, that's not half bad, and that's not a massive tractor. I mean, it's a pretty chunky tractor, but I think that's classed as a medium tractor. That we can't afford at the moment anyway, though. That's that used one they got there's in 65 grand. I mean, that's a good deal for it. It's basically half price. It's just over half price, but still. I mean, they've got a G series one here for 46 grand. How much does that go up to? Yeah, see, that only goes up to 135 horsepower, and we've already got two tractors that could be modified up to that for less than 46 grand. Nothing else especially that we'd need. I've got a little old full trip. It's kind of a neat tractor, but yeah, I don't think we're going to need that. Let's see what they got in the implements section. Oh wait, hang on, wrong thing. There we go. Now, one thing I was thinking about doing possibly is getting a, I'm pointing at the thing here, but you can't see that. I'm thinking of getting this AgroMaz or something like it that does the solid fertilizer spreading. Because one of the things we're thinking about getting installed at our new office equipment yard thing is a seed and fertilizer supply unit by C&S and Anne-Marie, I think it is. And they come out and refill it periodically, and we just pay them somewhat as we use it. And yes, but it's a fair bit cheaper than the old liquid stuff. And the other advantage of this now is less wide. It's 25 meters as opposed to, I think our one's 36. I'll find it here. Oh, it's only 28. So it's even not. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We keep the little one, obviously, because that would be handy for just doing our little odds and ends that we've got around the place. And plus, if we get some weeds, we can always herbicide them with that. But, okay, so that's actually not much smaller. And the important thing, which was what I was thinking of, is it goes at almost double the speed. So that's 13 miles an hour as opposed to, let's just double check, 7. Yeah, 7 miles an hour for that. That's pretty good. I mean, like, you know, going for one of these. Now, this Agromaz one is interesting. I don't know if it has any, it doesn't look like it has any wheel options. I mean, you can change the hitch level, have it painted or galvanized, and with a cover. That's like 23 grand for that. It's 110 horsepower, 25 meters. Let's have a quick look in the where is it? Fertilizer technology here. See what options we've got. Because I mean, there's this one, which is 600 liters, and I think this is about the same width, maybe a touch less. That can go up to 9,000, which isn't awful. And we're looking at 13 grand. Plus, yeah, a bit more than that if you go for the larger spreader system. But yeah, and that runs at 15 miles an hour. What do we got here? That's 2612 here. And we've got this French one, I think it's French, the Banderanti. 125 horsepower, 24 meters, but 15,000 liters. So that's actually double that, but it does take more horsepower. But it is cheaper. And we would have to pop an engine upgrade on something probably. They've got a Kuhn Acura 10,000 here. 125 again. It's only 12 miles an hour, but again, it's a bit quicker. That's not half bad. Anything else in that range? I mean, we could get a little dinky one now. We don't need a little dinky one. That's if we're going to get something trailed, let's get something trailed, eh? We've got these two slightly different ones. It doesn't say what their working width is. But yeah, they're a little bit more than we want to pay, I think, at the moment. I mean, this one's for sale for 20. That's about the same price as the other one. That's got a honking great big working width on it. The trouble with that is, though, we would need a bigger tractor. Yeah, I don't think we can justify that at the moment. Oh, bouncy. But then there's a Star Hercules as well. Same as the same sort of setup as the Kuhn there. Although it does have extra capacity on it. It's interesting. But again, that's only 13 grand. I think what we'll probably have to do is have a ponder. I mean, we've got the thing now, the harvester. We're going to have to go pick that up. We'll take this back to the yard for now, and go up and grab the harvester, bring that back, and see if anything changes overnight. And we could actually check the options on this Mercedes to see how high of a horsepower we can get. Because if we can get it up to, I think it goes up to 135, and I want to say that cost about 25 grand to do. So I mean, it's not that we can't afford it, but we could check on the McCormick, see how that does. I think that's got a slightly better turning radius than this as well. But anyway, yeah, so we'll run this back to our yard and have a look, see what we can do. So yeah, we'll get the we'll drop this off, we'll run up to the store, grab the old or the new old harvester that we've just bought, and I shall see you again back down at the yard with the harvester in a little bit. Alright, here we are up at the store. Got a lovely new harvester here, just bringing it into the workshop for a quick service. They'd held it open for us because it's just after 9. They'd usually be closed, but they said they'd hang on and give us a chance to give it a quick service. And it was a good thing we came up when we did, because just as we got here, they told us that there was a header for sale. And blow me if it isn't a Cressoni. Now, there was one of these I was actually thinking about getting anyway, which was the Gearinghof, I think. Let's have a quick look in the headers. Where is it? All the way along here to the end. Was it that one? Yeah, it is Gearinghof. Yeah, there's this one. This was one I was looking at getting because I knew it was a little bit cheaper than the Cressonis. And, you know, it's a good size. Obviously we'd get a class version of it, but, and this is the interesting thing, this one is 39 grand, all in as a class design one, for 6.5 meters, well, just over 6.5 meters, 6 miles an hour. The one that is on sale is the 6.5 meter Cressoni, that is usually 46 grand, and as a case version, I don't think we wanted anything else added to it. Now, the case version, sorry, not case, class. The class version of this is, let's see, yeah, it's 33 grand. And that's like 6 grand cheaper than the one we were just looking at. So, I think what we are going to do is buy that. Because, I mean, why not? You know? Lovely. So, what's that? Oh, that's New Holland, that's why. Oh, I should have gone for that class design, not the class design. That's okay, we can change that anyway. So we got this serviced. Let us pick that up. That's just, I mean, you know, who would have thought? Let's turn some lights on quick. Try not to smack into the fuel tank there. And I had to think about those spreaders as well, and it looks like they did not have the care wheel option on it. God, this is going to make it awkward trying to pick this thing up. See about that. Oops. There we go. And we will probably have to attach the PTO in there. Did we get the PTO hooked up? Is the PTO going to... Ah, no, maybe we have to unfold it first to hook up the PTO. Oh no, that's attached. Let's lift it up, see if it unfolds. It does unfold, okay, that's good. Lovely bit of unfolding animation there. Oh, that's nice, that is. And maybe it'll have the PTOs hooked up when... Okay, there we go. Now that's got it sorted. Lovely. Okay, let's fold that back up out of the way. Get that fixed quick in the old store. Have that repaired and we'll just reset that to the standard class one, not the class design. But yeah, that's lovely. I didn't need much repairing in the end either. Oh, that's nice. So it was class standard, not class design. Okay, lovely. Just have to reconnect to that. That's not a problem. Now it fits the harvester better. Lovely. Okay. Smashing. So let's get that up out of the way, and let's get this back down to our yard. Oh, that could not have happened at a better time. And I totally did not plan that. That was all just, you know, the luck of the draw with the old classifieds there. Big shout out to Maddie5 for the classifieds mod. That has to be, like, the best addition to Farming Simulator 19. I really hope that one comes across quick to Farming Simulator 22. Assuming they don't have that feature in the game. They haven't said anything that I know of, but yeah. Thank you, Maddie5. If anyone doesn't know Modify or this mod, it is PC only. There should be a link in the description to her Discord, which should be where it's available for pickup. But yeah, fantastic mod. Thank you so much, Modify. So yeah, we shall take this back to our yard now, get it stashed away in the old garage area, and yeah, we'll camp out for the night. Well, we'll take the little Uno back to the flat, have a bit of a kip, and start up again in the morning. I think there's a few more contracts that we can pick up as well, and obviously we've got to look at tarting up our base a little bit. Or base of operations, I should say. It's not like a base. But yeah, so anyway. I shall see you all again in the morning, I think. Good morning, everyone. So here we are, just pulling into the John Deere store thing up here. We've got a tractor reserved for us already. We picked up some contracts last night, and they dropped the machinery off for us here. So we're just going to run down and grab these. So what we did, we picked up some cultivating jobs, obviously, because there's this massive cultivator and a class tractor waiting for us. So we're going to get on with these today. We also got a couple more fertilising contracts, so we'll see what we can do there. Basically, we're now trying to get a spot of money up so we can start fixing up our lovely new place, because obviously we're going to want to rent a wood chipper and clear out some of them trees, and we're going to have to get the tarmac crew in to lay, or concrete bods, or somebody to come in with a bit of more stable ground for us, and possibly we may even take out that wall as well. Speaking of taking out walls, apparently I can't drive a big tractor. There we go, much better. Yeah, so yeah, we're just going to work on getting a bit of money up so we can get our new headquarters all fixed up nice and pretty and looking good. And hopefully it'll scrub up pretty nice. I mean, it actually doesn't look that bad already, but you know, we've got some sort of cruddy graffiti riddled walls there, and you know, a little bit of other just sort of general prettying up to be done, I suppose you'd call it. But yeah, we'll tart it up nice once we get some of these contracts done. And in fact, we'll check the old quick next time we get a chance to pull in, and see just exactly what. Oh, here we go. Pull in here. Lovely. They won't mind if we just run over their gatepost. Of course they won't mind. Let's have a quick look at the classifieds. See if they've got anything good for us. We don't need a little diddy Russian sprayer. Don't have a tractor for that. Yeah, nothing else we need there. See if there's any new vehicles on. Oh, well, won't you look at that? That's a potato picker-upper. Harvest the indicated fruit types, and then doesn't indicate what the fruit types are. That's handy. I think that's potato picker. We'll find out in a second. Oh, I got a little quad bike up for sale. That's cool. Anything else we actually need though? It's not a bad tractor, the old Schulter. That's pretty cool. I remember those from days gone by. Nice little tractor, not bad horsepower, and it goes up from there as well. That's actually kind of tempting. Obviously we can't afford it, but you know, as a big tractor goes, that's not a bad option. Yeah, nothing particularly good there, so let's carry on our way and get down to these contracts and start doing a little bit of cultivating. Some early morning ground clodding, scraping fieldwork stuff. Okay, so here we are, just coming back down to the old headquarters here. We finished those cultivating contracts that we had, and we just come back down to pick up our sprayer and everything that's down here. Oh, shush, you're honking. And we'll have a quick look at the classifieds too, see if there's anything else. But yeah, I'm so pleased that we managed to pick up that harvester for cheap. That was just outstanding. And then for the header to come up as quick as it did as well, you know, that's really going to help us out come try and get past this pillar come harvest season. That's so good. But yeah, so we've got 3, I think it was, contracts to hand in. Yeah, there we go. Cultivating, and more cultivating. And we'll have to get a refresh on those contracts at some point and see what else there is. We'll have a quick look at the classifieds again. A few little small tractors up for sale again. Oh, nice big John Deere there. Oh, if we could afford that, that'd be lovely. And another harvester, not too expensive. Good looking model that. Maybe we'll get one of those in the future. And oh, that figures. Another class. Dominator VX98. I think that's a slightly newer version of the one that we have, or a newer model line perhaps. And a couple more tractors. Oh, another cow edition Valtra for sale. I wouldn't mind getting one of those, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a nice looking little tractor, well, medium tractor. It goes up to 200 odd horsepower. It's not bad. This one would be 105 grand at that price, that power, that engine in it. But yeah, that's cool. I don't think there was anything in the tools either. Oh, now that's interesting. We do need a potato harvester at some point, but we're not going to get that one because we don't have 150 horsepower at the moment. We'd have to buy a whole new tractor. But now that's funny. A class header. Not quite for our class, but a class header nonetheless. And I think the rest of this is all, yeah, nothing too major there. Although there is a fertilizer spreader. Now that's interesting. That's 20 grand. 24 meters. Now that's actually tempting. I don't know if we'd want to change the colour on it, but I'll get a red one. Yeah, no extra price cost. But that's maybe tempting. Like I say, we were thinking of getting a one of those instead because it will run a bit faster and similar sort of width. I think ours was, what was it, 28 meters. And only 7 miles an hour though, so it's almost twice as fast, which would mean we'd get a lot more fertilizing done with it. So I mean, we could technically sell the sprayer because we've got tractors that have the small tires, so that wouldn't be care wheels rather, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. But we'll ponder that while we fertilize these fields. So make sure this is connected. Oh, there it was. Lovely. And hook up the old PTO there. Smash it. And let's get this down to, I think the nearest field we have is 37, is it? Let's have a quick look. 37, yes. Oh, that's Kenneth's field. That should be... Epps just up there. Lovely. So we are going to head off, get that done. Yeah, we're definitely going to... I think once we've done these fertilising contracts, we'll probably look at doing the yard. Get that straightened up a little bit now, because we're starting to get a bit of money in. And let's just run and shut that door quick. Oh, not door, but gate. Oh, I saw you run into the back of my tyres, you silly person, you. Oh, shush with your honking. They're going to hate me around these parts. they really are going to hate me. But, what can you do? Somebody's got to drive the tractors. But yeah, I think on that note, we'll get off and carry on with these and see where we are. If anything else interesting pops up on the classifieds, we'll grab something. Otherwise, I think we'll just carry on as we're doing. You know, working for the locals, building up our equipment so we don't have to borrow theirs much, and getting our new headquarters fully established and set up. So yeah, on that note, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a thumbs up there, give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, then please do. And any comments are always welcomed, and sharing this video would be greatly appreciated. And with that, I hope you enjoyed it all, and thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Cheerio.